Life is one big juggling act, and I think I mentioned this before we started recording, but the introvert in me has to be balanced with the business owner in me. And so I do take quite a lot of time to recharge.
That's good.
Because I have to recharge my social battery so that I can be wound up again and then go out again.
That's the key.
And there are a variety of ways of doing that. I live in Broadstairs, I can walk my dog on the beach. Even to drive to Broadstairs, it's like an island of its own. So there's enough thinking time there. But I think for me, it's what can I do to shut off the thinking? So I'm big on flotation. I don't know if you've ever been to Floatworks, but a huge shout out to them. They've got 2 sites, one in Vauxhall, one in Angel.
What's that?
And it's like a figure of 8, and it's a tank filled with Epsom salts, 500 kilograms, I think, and warm water, and you go in there and you float, and they do it for veterans because it helps them process trauma, it helps them relax, it helps them recalibrate their nervous system, and I've got a membership there. I love that there to relax. But I think one of the things that I've been working really hard on, which won't be visible to new audiences and is slowly becoming clearer to the people who have known me for a long time, I've been working really hard to get everything moving in the same direction. And this comes back to the purpose question. It feels like I'm doing a lot of different things, but I know where I'm going. And to me, it's just kind of, it's like having a bowling alley and you've got a bowling lane and you've got the guardrails up. And quite frankly, look, if you ever go bowling and you've got the guardrails up, walk straight out of there because nobody should be bowling like that. But for the purposes of this illustration, the guardrails are up and the ball's just ricocheting from side to side, but the destination is the Skittles at the end. And so I think it's keeping the main thing. Somebody really wise said to me, Leah, is it on your center line? If it's not on your center line, don't do it. And so you've got to know yourself, you've got to know what your center line is, you've got to have that. As a visionary, you've got to know where you're going, so you can tell people where you're going, but also don't be undeterred from your destination.
So you've created your own lane, you know your lane, and all you're doing is just manoeuvring within that lane.
I'm definitely manoeuvring, but there's a lot of opposition, right? Really? So it's almost as if at the end of the bowling lane, there's torrent of water coming at you. There's all these, I don't know, a box of nails. I don't know, maybe the Skittles are made of stuffed animals. I don't know. Yeah. But there's a huge amount of opposition when you're trying to go against the status quo, when you're trying to do something new, when you're trying to advocate for change. And so you've got to have sufficient will, but also support, and also clarity, and also energy to be able to keep